Wife belittled me, saying I'm less of a man for grieving my best friend's death. Should I divorce her? Me and my wife were at a bar last week and I had a few drinks too many. I lost my best friend to lung cancer a year ago. We've known each other since elementary. The past year has been hell for me. I miss everything about him. My daughter still asks where her favorite uncle is and I literally have to fight back tears every single time she asks that. She's only 3 years old and doesn't understand the concept of death yet. Me, my wife and a couple of our friends were hanging out at a bar last week. Me and my best friend used to spend countless hours there and him not being there kind of hit me again. I put on a fake smile and acted as if nothing bothered me, but on the way home, I started tearing up. As soon as I stepped through the door, I just started sobbing. My wife seemed confused at first, but when I told her about my friend, she just had this horrified look on her face. She embraced me and we went to bed a few minutes later. Since that day she's been acting really strange around me. She would always look at me weird, and it seemed like she was walking on eggshells around me. I kept on asking her if something was up, but she would always tell me everything was fine. Her friend came over yesterday. I was with my daughter in her playroom, but when I went up to grab some snacks for us, I overheard something I wasn't supposed to. My wife literally told her everything about my mental breakdown and called me immature and a crybaby for not being over my best friend's death. Her friend then added something about how my wife isn't my therapist, and me crying in front of her shows how I don't have any control over my emotions. My wife just said and over-exaggerated exactly. Her friend then asked her if she knew she would be marrying a teenager going through puberty, and then both started laughing hysterically. This was literally the first time in years I have cried in front of my wife. I just feel lost. I feel absolutely disrespected and belittled. I haven't confronted my wife and frankly I don't know how to bring this up. My gut says divorce is the next logical step, because how can I be with someone who belittles me for being vulnerable? But at the same time I feel like staying and maybe talking it out for the sake of our daughter. I grew up with divorced parents and my childhood was absolute hell because of it. Even the thought of my daughter going through the same traumas I went through as a kid makes me sick. I was sexually abused by my mom's first boyfriend after her divorce. I talked to my mom about it today and she said that as a man I shouldn't cry in front of my wife, and she has every right to call me a crybaby for doing so, and if her comments hurt me that much I should just be a man and talk to her about it. I don't know why, but a part of me is just telling me to divorce her, that this is just a warning from God for what has come later down the line. How should I bring this up to her? Should I even bring this up to her? Am I wrong for thinking about divorce before hearing her out?